that's an interesting, you have, for me, um, engineering has a very strong culture. They have their ways of working. They might have their own little sub-organizations, and organizational setup ideal for working in an agile environment, and especially with like microservices and the two pizza box teams. How does product work in that? Does product get into that level of interactions, or does product stay at a high level, maybe not getting into the day-to-days of the two pizza box teams? Does product talk to me about like that operating model, because there can be an impedance mismatch with how engineering set up in product, or no? Yeah.
No, there's definitely something there, Sumit. Thinking about end-to-end use cases is not easy, because it means trying to beat Conway's law, right? And especially as the org grows, the number of backlog teams grow. Now you have, we at Kong have one end-to-end use case, and we say our goal is to optimize that one end-to-end use case, and that's it. But behind that end-to-end use case, there is, lots of engineers, and lots of backlogs and lots of PMs. So how do you make sure that each of those PMs and each of those silos are not, that's your question, right? Are not basically building to their own silo, they're building towards this end-to-end use case, right? Yeah, that's a tough one, right? It's an everyday struggle to bring everyone together, to have a pulse of whether we are diverging or whether we are siloing up or not, and how much of that siloing is okay because the system requires it right now, versus no, let's reel it in, right? And maybe that's actually one of the roles of directors and VPs of product management, is to have that perspective and to keep bringing it in and to rein it in. I think that's a critical part. Again, I don't think there's magic on this one. I have techniques. We have developed some certain processes that we're using nowadays in my past 3 years or so that have worked really well, but no silver bullet.
And so you have, I'm envisioning like spears emanating towards, it's like, okay, marketing has to do a campaign, sales has to meet these objectives, engineering's got a whole different pressure of shipping quality, architecturally sound products that work with good quality code, and product is in the middle, like you said. So it's almost like, it's like Jupiter, like it's a big planet, but it's actually nothing. It's all gas. And so you're like, that's a dance. Talk about like product and marketing for a second. Like, how are we, how do you manage the pressure of marketing needing to deliver messages, and it may not always be in line with maybe a roadmap or what an engineering organization is about to do. So how do you manage that dance?
Yeah, I want to talk about the marketing engineering gap, right? But let me just say one thing you said, right? Delivering quality software on time, right? There is a book that influenced me quite a bit in my earlier days, called The Dynamics of Software Development by Jim McCarthy, a fellow who's just brilliant at Microsoft in the Visual C++ IDE days. And he says the number of people who have managed to deliver quality software on time, enterprise software, is less than the number of people who've walked on the moon or something along those lines, right? So delivering high quality enterprise software on time, all those three things, delivering high quality and on time, is very difficult, right? And I totally agree with it. Now, maybe the number is a bit more. But let's talk about that marketing engineering question. One of the anti-patterns is to market first, then go build, then go strategize. Okay? In my opinion, it should always happen, as much as you can, the other way around. You strategize, there's got to be a strategy in place. Then you go build the thing. Then once you have built the MVP, then you go market the thing. right? Now, there is some overlap, but the general sequencing should be the other way, right? Now, I've seen a lot of times where the opposite is happening, and it causes all kinds of problems because you've marketed things that don't exist. And now engineering has go build towards what was marketed because it made a big boom, and that was the goal, was to make a boom, and then things fall off after that.